Welcome back to WV Mason Presents the Joe Girardi Show. It was a very special week in Yankee land, the 6th annual Hope Week. And to start things off on Monday, they had a reunion of the previous 5 weeks. And Joe, last week when we talked, you said one of your favorite stories that stuck out was that of a blind woman named Jane who was at that reunion. But this week, although all of those stories were tremendous, this week, even more great stories, one of which you happen to be a part of. So tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, I was part of Friends with Jaclyn. And when Jaclyn was 9 years old, she was diagnosed with pediatric brain cancer. So she went to the hospital in Maryland, and on that wall was a picture of a lacrosse team, and it was the Maryland lacrosse team, and she was a lacrosse player, and her daddy promised her, "You're going to play again. You're going to play again." And they realized that that person in that picture, I think, was the Northwestern lacrosse coach, where I went to, and they adopted her in a sense, and she became part of that team. She is now 19. She just finished her second year of college. But the father was so moved by what it did for her daughter, they have started a foundation where they get kids adopted by sports team. And there were 3 kids there, 2 girls and a boy. One has been adopted by, I believe it was the Connecticut's women's soccer. And one boy, Ryan, was adopted by Fairfield's men's lacrosse. And Sean, who had just gotten out of the hospital from a stem cell transplant, came from the hospital and was adopted by the Army football team. And he loves football, and it's a great thing, and the kids become part of the team, and it's moving, because no kid should ever go through that, and they do. But what I have told those kids all the time, that they become an inspiration to us. You know, we're supposed to be helping them. They end up helping us because of how strong they are in their attitude. And
it really was an unbelievable moment. They had a press conference here where they announced that they would be signing one-day contracts with the New York Yankees. What was that moment like for them, do you think, to sit there with the general manager and Brian Cashman, assistant general manager, have the contracts in front of you, sign them, and then put the jerseys on?
Well, I think it was great. And then they had lockers, you know, in the locker room. They got them dressed. They took them out to the field. They were part of BP and everything. And I think it meant a lot to those kids. I think it meant a lot to our organization to be able to do that. But just to see the smiles on their face is worth it. And Hope Week, it's a tremendous week, and we get a lot out of it, and we're glad to be part of the community.